there were actually only two chief photographers at Youngstown Sheet and Tube through its entire history.
The Youngstown Historical Center for Industry and Labor showcases the steel mill photography of Perc Kelty, and the Trumbull County Historical Society receives a grant for more than $200,000 to preserve its collection. We're flashing back on today's Daily Buzz. Hello everyone and welcome to the Daily Buzz. I'm Maggie Young in for Mike Moliterno, and today in our flashback coverage we take a look at the career of Youngstown Sheet and Tube's former photographer Perc Kelty. Kelty passed away in June at the age of 96 due to COVID-19. The Youngstown Historical Center for Industry and Labor set up a display in the museum's lobby showcasing his work.
Some of the photos that he took that would appear in the bulletin or the calendars that the company put out or that would be used for publicity have their own power to evoke these enormous spaces.
Youngstown State University history professor Tom Leary, who works at the museum, says there were only two chief photographers in Youngstown Sheet and Tube's history.
You became capable of stopping action, so things were less posed, they were more kind of on the spot.
You can watch the full video and read the story by video journalist Dan Heiner by clicking Flashback under the Content Studio tab. And that's not all in the world of history today. The Trumbull County Historical Society has received a $202,634 grant from the Institute of Museum and Library Services to preserve its collection of about 20,000 artifacts. Today in our 3 Minutes With interview, we talk with Megan Reed, director of the Trumbull County Historical Society, about how the funds will be used.
Up until this point, we have not been able to keep a full-time collections manager on staff, and this grant will allow for a collections manager to be on site for 3 years, as well as hire a professional collections conservator to assist this work.
In other news, Amy Fluker received the Robert Reeder I Memorial Professorship of History at Youngstown State University. Fluker is aiming not just to train historians, but to prepare students for whatever their career path ends up being. Among her proposals is to create a speaker series, bringing in professionals with history degrees who are not working in the field. At the Youngstown Warren Regional Chamber's annual Salute to Business breakfast, Steve Winberg, U.S. Assistant Secretary of Energy for Fossil Energy, will be among the featured speakers at the event. He will be joined by Majida Murad, Vice President of Government Relations at Tellurian Inc. The Salute to Business breakfast will be held on September 3rd at Mr. Anthony's Banquet Center in Boardman. Youngstown State University will host a Regional Economic Diversification Summit on Tuesday, September 1st. The free virtual conference runs from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and features discussions with industry, government, community, and economic development officials about emerging regional sectors, local strengths, and challenges. In the latest preview of our Brain Gain Youngstown Leadership Series, Kevin Helmick, President and CEO of Farmers National Bank, discusses which leaders he looks up to, with bigger names including Bill Gates and Elon Musk, but he also looks to the local leaders in the community.
Locally, I'm fortunate I have a 9-member board. I'm one of the 9, and then I have 8 other board members. And, you know, I look around the room, they're just tremendous leaders. Everybody from, I have Ed Moransky from the Moransky Companies on my board. So I think of Ed in that light. What a great community leader and a business leader he is. I have my chairman's Lance Ciroli, my executive chair is Jim Smale. So, you know, I'm leaving some of them out. Believe me, they all have a tremendous impact on their communities and I know in farmers. So it's wonderful. And I've had a hand in building that board a little bit. And so it's great to surround yourselves with those types of people.
The new Brain Gain Youngstown Leadership Series podcast will feature conversations with local leaders who are focused on building a culture of entrepreneurship and promoting workforce development. It will debut in September. And that's all for today's Daily Buzz. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell for notifications if you're watching on YouTube. As always, the links to all the stories we talked about today are in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Maggie Young.
Along with his professional photography, he was an artist with the camera and the lens. That's why when we start looking through them, invariably, even though we've worked here for many years and been through the collections time after time, we come across an image and we just have to stop and say, wow, I never really appreciated what was going on there, or there's just something that captured the eye.
717 Credit Union is paying it forward because we care about our business community. We are offering 6 months of free ACH and domestic wire services through small business payments when you open a free e-business checking account. 717 Credit Union. We're here for your business.